Hello there, and welcome back to Great Britain. Last time we did a bit of conquest in India. I figured out that administrative efficiency actually does a job of keeping your, overextension down. The only issue is you only get it in the later stages of the game through tech, I believe. I don't know if you actually get a little bit of administrative efficiency from the admin tech groups. I've heard a couple of people say that, but I can't really see that you do, unless you could, of course, get it through an edict. I have no idea. I'm trying to see if it actually is something that could potentially help, but it doesn't actually look like that is the case. Rapid Integration Act with the expansion idea is definitely something I want there. Nearly half bottom. Core creation costs -15 if you add admin and, expansion idea. So that is definitely something that I would pay 1 admin point a month for, I think. Record Keeping Act could be useful, but I don't think so. Let's see here. Can't see anything that would actually be useful, so I guess that is that's fine. I have to check. The corporation cost -25% is of course good. With the -15, then we could do some pretty good job, some pretty neat stuff. And I believe the Ottomans actually has a -33 corporation cost idea. If you add all of those together and also add in the claim, which also gives a -25%, you suddenly get very low costs. So all in all, that is probably the way to do things. You just basically need to make sure that we have enough soldiers and manpower to make that work. So we'll have to see how that works out. It could be interesting to try to use either the Ottomans or what was mostly suggested, Poland, in my next game to test out some scenarios, but we'll see. We have other things to worry about right now. We're going to continue conquest in India. I'm also pretty sure that it's about time that we declare war, another war that is, on Japan. We do have quite a bit of claims, so it isn't actually a problem for me to just go ahead here and declare it. Bohemia is losing the war against Austria, which is not the best, but not too much I can do about it. What kind of war is this actually? Austrian conquest of Bratslav. Well, again, not really something I want to get myself involved with. So we're going to get our diplomat back home here, and then we're going after Japan. Again, kind of mercilessly going after Japan here, but it's kind of what the plan is. I guess we'll just go for show superiority. It's basically the casus belli that gives me the most benefits here, and that is really the only reason why I'm doing this. So, we'll see how this plays out. There we go, we have gotten everything covered, and as you can see here, the cost of taking land has gone down dramatically. 35 for 6 provinces. I don't think you'd get there anywhere else, and also the overextension for these 6 provinces is also very low, so this could potentially be how... It could make things really interesting in the late game. Let's just be honest about that, but we'll see. I'll probably be more dominant in my next game rather than this one. We'll just have to see how it actually plays out when I know the consequences of it and all that. But trade efficiency has been increased by 10%. With that, we get the Archipelago frigate. Probably not going to be used, but it's all well, it could be, but I do doubt it. We also, as you can see, get an extra increase in trade range, which could or will most likely be more important or more useful. I think during my next war, I'll take mostly everything else I need. It'll basically just be 2 more wars, and then we'll be able to finish Japan. India is going to take a little bit longer, so we're probably getting claims on both Nepal and also Hindustan, so we actually are able to declare war every 5 years. We just have to wait 2 more years, and then we will be declaring war. We'll be fabricating quite a bit of claims during that time. And potentially here, I might have to... That could be very, very dangerous. Basically means that France no longer, or most of France no longer has an accepted culture, but doesn't actually matter to my revolt risk, which is a very, very good thing to note. Also, my legitimacy is almost back at full. But as I was saying, I'll be checking what I actually need for the achievement here, and then we'll probably start moving west as well. We'll see. Well, I am an idiot. The province that I actually need for the trade hegemon achievement is Hormuz, Aden, and Malacca, so that means that we will be messing around down here, I think. I'm a little bit unsure exactly where. Might as well just check that. I'll Malacca. There we go. Malacca is there. That tiny little province here. So yeah, we definitely have a bit of problem there. I should probably afford AC taking that once I actually was at war with them. The fact that Russia is at war with them is definitely something that is considerably scary. I think we might actually go ahead and declare war. Once I need a navy here anyways, in that case. I guess with my current money, I can afford to build one. So we're going to go ahead here, we're going to build a proper fleet this time. I'm not going to just get rid of it once it's no longer useful. And we're going to keep it for warfare for those 3 provinces. We're probably just going to declare without a casus belli potentially, or fix the casus belli and take the provinces without really caring. It says that I need to have them. It doesn't seem that I need to call them or own them for an extended period of time. So what I might actually just do here is take them and then sell them. That should also work out just as fine, more or less. So we'll see if what I decide to do. For now, however, I'll build a navy and we'll go overseas with it and see what we end up with. We could be in for quite a party here. As you can see here, the Emperor has enacted an imperial reform. Revoke the privilegia, which basically means that every single one of the members of the Holy Roman Empire become Emperor state, or vassals of the Emperor. As you can see here, the 14 princes left. Savoy. Is Milan one of these? No. Let's see, Frankfurt, Lorraine, Pomerania. Pomerania? They stole my vassal. Damn them. I didn't actually think they could. No. Milan has betrayed the Holy Roman Empire. Bohemia has betrayed the Holy Roman Empire. Switzerland has betrayed the Holy Roman Empire. Trier has. So Austria doesn't really get that much. They more or less just get trouble, per se. Mostly here. Potentially, this is the point where you would actually want to attack the member states of the previous members of the Holy Roman Empire. Because they're no longer protected by Emperor, it's easy to kick their ass. And all in all, I can piss them off even more by doing this. Which I should probably have done ages ago, when you think about it. But at the very least now, Austria might actually find himself in an awkward position. They don't get as much manpower, they don't get as much of anything really, and as such we could potentially screw them over a real good amount by just being mad or annoyed them. Milan actually screwed themselves over here due to both Bohemia and also Switzerland sabotaging reputation or relations with me, which is a little bit surprising when everything is considered. But I guess that's just how things are. Anyways, my truce with Justin here runs out on August next year. So I'll have to see. I might go for taking potentially Malacca or Hormuz or Aden before that time. But I seriously doubt it. We'll probably just keep on doing what we have been doing so far, which is more or less just fabrication of claims here. I haven't actually had a guy ready to do this for a while, or he was, then it took forever for him to get home. But it doesn't matter, we'll be fabricating claims, and I should be able to fabricate the 6 claims I need in Japan before the war with Hindustan is done, and the cores there have been created. So we'll see how that plays out. I also, of course, have a fleet on the way to Asia that will be probably really useful. Probably. We'll see if it actually is. We should probably also move some troops up north to keep everyone at bay. I'll probably keep this one here for Inca, but I believe I do have a army up here somewhere. Have I moved it? I'll probably move it south. Doesn't matter, it should be fine. I can just take the 2 armies that I have down here to, well, create colonies and send them up to protect the western side colony, so I will be creating. That is perfectly alright. I'm also again very tempted to declare war on Asia and take Taiwan and potentially something else here. But Malacca is it's not going to be expensive to core either, which is kind of why I'm tempted to just take it. Hormuz is going to be expensive. Aden is not, so going after both Aden and Hormuz as soon as I can is probably a good idea. We'll just have to see what I actually end up with. We have a new king here, and this could potentially be really troublesome, really. Octavius I Salisbury, 244. The weak admin points generation, it could be definitely become a problem, but as long as I don't take any ideas or anything along those lines, I should be fine. Should. Really important word here. We're also going to, I think, set Burgundy here as our rival. No need to actually set them in as a rival, so we're not going to do that. I still want to keep Burgundy alive. They are a useful border state, more or less, so keeping them alive is probably the better idea rather than well, declaring war on them, more or less. But that's not really what I was going to discuss. I got lost in my own thought train here, and I forgot what I was going to say. So, we have gotten a tiny fleet up here now. We could potentially attack Aza, but I'm a little bit unsure if I want to. But I know for a fact that if I'm going to take the provinces here, we are going to need a bigger army. So we're going to train a 20,000 men, or a regiment of 20,000 to help us deal with the potential war here that we will start for the provinces. We'll see if it's actually doable or not while we're still conquering India and Japan. I'm a little bit unsure, but I'll figure it out soon enough. And we'll of course get the alliance with Milan up and running again. I think we actually have, yeah, alliance with Milan and the Ottomans are up and running, and we're receiving trade power from two of our, well, nations. So that is that I can live with. Not any interesting things happening here, really. Just embargoing Austria, which gives them some hilariously big losses to trade power every here and there. So this could potentially screw over their economy a little bit. We'll see if it actually does. There we go, we finally have our guy back. I think it's almost time to declare war here. It's actually time to declare war, and this time we're going for taking Venard. I think that is perfectly alright. We're of course also fabricating some more claims, so that is okay. We'll probably take the 4 provinces down here. We're fabricating Coromandel. We have lost this claim for some reason. It's probably just gone out of date, but we have claims on, or will get claims on these 5 provinces here, so we can take them instead. So it's not like it's a big issue per se. We'll just go ahead and declare war. And as usual, I use 1 army for battle and 1 army for more or less control, which again, I feel is perfectly alright for our purposes, more or less. We still have some patriot issues to do, though, that needs to be taken care of, but it shouldn't, again, not be a problem. We can also use this naming right now to get ourselves onto Ceylon, and with that we are definitely in the driver's seat. Since there's no rebels up and running right now, I'm going to use these 2 armies as a little bit of a siege squad, and see what happens. And see what happens, more or less. Need a general over here. So I'm just going to keep on fabricating claims everywhere, more or less, and hopefully we can make something happen soon. I think we can also call back the guy in the Ottoman lands. I am, as I said, planning to attack the 3 trade centers, more or less, that I need. So I'll be using that diplomat to forge any claims that I would need, and we'll of course also forge more claims on Japan here. Of course, they're also nice enough to start converting the lands for me, which is wonderful. Well, I might just be screwing here. We have we have an aspiration for liberty, and it'll last for a decade. I'll lose 6 stability points. We'll get aspiration for liberty. It'll get 68 revolutionary regiments in London, 32 in Girona. Girona is not the issue here, London is. And I don't really see how the hell this could have happened, to be perfectly honest. We're going to hire this guy first, though. Diet times are definitely ahead of us, but I don't really see how this happened. That is my main concern. Discontent. Well, the funny thing here is I have to use admin points on that, which is hilariously annoying. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I believe I have something I could do here. The abolition of slavery. I didn't really want to do this because I didn't really see any reason to get the lowered missionary strength. Of course, technology cuts we need, but I don't really need that either right now. So this kind of a not bad time to take this. It will not help right now. It could of course help if I took it before I up my stability, but right now it doesn't really help. What we are going to do instead is, as soon as a month has passed, we're going to hire that guy instead. For now, however, we are going to find out where I parked my... I actually forgot a ship at home, so we're going to send that over to India. But that wasn't really the issue. What I'm going to do is figure out where the hell there I parked my fleet. And we're going to transport 80,000 soldiers to London, where they most likely, hopefully, will be able to defeat the revolutionary regiments. And hopefully, again, that will be perfectly alright. But I'm a little bit surprised that this actually happened. We have the most well-run state in the world right now, so I don't really see how... Again, it doesn't really make sense for that to happen. Yes. I'm trying to find a reason, but I can't. I'm really trying to find a reason, but I can't. I guess it just happens randomly. Guess I'll just have to convince myself of that. Anyways, we're going to fight the revolutionary something next time. I'll see you around. Feel free to leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like. And as I said, hope to see you next time. Bye.